Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight. We begin with a special report on the tragic crash of an ATR 42-500 aircraft registration packet THT operated by Indonesia Air Transport.
The aircraft crashed into the slopes of Mount Bulusaraung in Pangkep Regency, South Sulawesi on Saturday, January 17, 2026. All 10 people on board, 7 crew members and 3 passengers from the Ministry of Marine Affairs and Fisheries were confirmed dead.
The aircraft reportedly lost contact while approaching Sultan Hasanuddin International Airport in Makassar. Search and rescue operations have been hampered by extreme weather, steep mountain terrain, and thick fog.
One detail that has drawn significant public attention is data retrieved from a smartwatch belonging to one of the victims. The device recorded more than 11,000 steps after the aircraft was declared missing, raising questions about possible movement after impact. However, authorities later confirmed that there were no survivors.
For more details on the investigation and rescue effort, we now go live to our reporter Tria.
Thank you, Sabrina. I'm reporting from Sultan Hasanuddin Air Force Base, the center of evacuation operations. The wreckage was found on the steep slopes of Mount Bulusaraung in difficult terrain with cliffs, fog, and slippery surfaces. Rescue teams used rappelling technique to reach the severely damaged aircraft, and evacuation took nearly a week due to the bad weather. A smartwatch from one victim recorded around 11,000 steps after the estimate crash time, possibly indicating movement, but all victims were later confirmed to be deceased. The bodies were transferred by Basarnas helicopter to the airbase, then to the RSAU Dr. Dodi Sarjoto Hospital and the DVI post at Bayangkara Police Hospital for identification. Now we have Mr. Raihan from the BMKG team here as our speaker. Let's do the interview. Okay, Mr. Raihan, what were the exact weather conditions in Mount Bulusaraung on January 17, 2026?
At the time of the incident, the area was experiencing heavy rain accompanied by thick fog. Visibility was significantly reduced, especially in the mountainous region of Mount Bulusaraung. This condition made visual navigation extremely difficult for any approaching aircraft.
How did the fog and rainfall affect flight visibility?
Dense fog in mountainous terrain can drastically limit horizontal visibility. Combined with rainfall, it reduced visual reference point for pilots, particularly during approach to runway 21 at Sultan Hasanuddin Airport.
Could this weather condition interfere with communication systems?
Severe weather can contribute to unstable communication and reduce situational awareness. While aircraft rely on instruments, extreme weather increases the complexity of navigation and interpretation of data.
Okay, and based on your analysis, how risky are mountainous areas during bad weather?
Mountainous regions like Mount Bulusaraung are particularly vulnerable during bad weather because cloud formation can occur rapidly and terrain elevation change sharply. This creates additional navigational challenge, especially during descents.
Okay, all our viewers, that was our interview with the BMKG representative, Mr. Raihan. Now we will continue with one of the SAR team members, Mr. Farhan. Mr. Farhan, how difficult was the terrain of the crash site?
The crash site was located on a steep mountain slope. The ground was slippery due to continuous rainfall, and the cliffs were extremely dangerous. Our team had to use rappelling technique to reach a wreckage.
Okay, how long did the evacuation process take?
The evacuation required nearly 1 week to complete. Weather conditions and limited access significantly slowed down the operation.
What was the most challenging part of the recovery operation?
The most challenging part was ensuring the safety of personnel while descending steep terrain covered in fog. Every step required careful coordination to prevent further accident.
And was there any indication of survivors when you arrived?
retrieved information about smartwatch data showing approximately 11,000 steps recorded after the aircraft lost contact. However, when we retrieved the site, all 10 individuals on board were confirmed deceased.
Okay, thank you for that report. We now move to the head of Basarnas, Mr. Axel, who will provide us with the latest developments on the rescue efforts. Mr. Axel, why was air evacuation necessary in this operation?
Due to the steep and inaccessible terrain, land evacuation was extremely difficult. Air evacuation using the Basarnas, our helicopter like the Oven AS-365 N3 helicopter was the safest and fastest option.
Okay, how were the victims transported after being recovered?
After the bodies was secured at the safe extraction point, they were airlifted to Sultan Hasanuddin Air Force Base. From there, they were transferred to RSAU Dr. Dodi Sarjoto for initial identification before being sent to the DVI post at Bayangkara Police Hospital.
How important was coordination between agencies?
Coordination was crucial. Basarnas worked closely with TNI AU, the National Police, and also medical teams. Lanut Sultan Hasanuddin served as the central operational base for the evacuation and logistics.
Okay, and what aircraft was used in the evacuation process?
We deployed the Basarnas Rescue Helicopter, our helicopter, the Dolphin AS-365 NC helicopter. It played a critical role in transporting the victim safely from the mountainous air to the airbase.
Okay, everyone, that's the latest information from here. Reporting live, this is Tria. I'll now return it to you in the studio.
Thank you, Tria, for that comprehensive report.
This tragedy has once again highlighted the risk of flying in challenging weather and mountainous terrain.
Authorities continue their investigation to determine the exact cause of the crash, while families await final identification and official conclusions.
Our thoughts and deepest condolences go out to the families and loved ones of the victim during this difficult time.
We will continue to monitor this developing story and bring you updates as soon as new information becomes available.
Thank you for trusting us to deliver accurate and reliable news.
I am Zara.
And I'm Sabrina.
Good night
and stay safe.